Mount Rushmore, faces in stone. High in the granite cliffs of South Dakota's Black Hills, four colossal faces stare silently across the land. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln, carved into the living rock, each more than 18 meters tall. This is Mount Rushmore, a monument both celebrated and controversial, a symbol of America's ideals and struggles. Imagine the scene in the 1930s, dust and stone flying as workers dangled from ropes using dynamite and drills to carve the likenesses of presidents into the mountain. It was a feat of engineering, art, and sheer willpower, but behind its grandeur lies a complex story of ambition, politics, identity, and contested land. How was Mount Rushmore created? Why were these four presidents chosen? And what hidden stories surround this iconic monument? Join us as we uncover the history, legacy, and controversy of Mount Rushmore. The Black Hills were long sacred to the Lakota Sioux, who called them Pahasapa. For native peoples, these mountains were more than landscapes. They were spiritual centers. European Americans entered the region in the 19th century, and by 1868, the U.S. government signed the Fort Laramie Treaty, promising the Black Hills would remain Lakota land. But the discovery of gold brought waves of miners, and soon the land was seized, sparking lasting conflict. By the early 20th century, local leaders sought a way to draw visitors to South Dakota. State historian Doane Robinson proposed carving figures into the granite to create a tourist attraction. What began as an idea for Western heroes like Buffalo Bill evolved into something grander, a monument celebrating the United States itself. The project was entrusted to sculptor Gutzon Borglum, a man known for his monumental works and even bigger ambitions. Borglum envisioned a shrine to democracy, one that would rival the wonders of the ancient world. In 1927, with support from President Calvin Coolidge and funding from both state and federal sources, work began. Borglum chose Mount Rushmore for its solid granite and dramatic presence. The four presidents carved into its face each represented a theme. George Washington, the nation's founding. Thomas Jefferson, expansion, symbolized by the Louisiana Purchase. Theodore Roosevelt, development and conservation. Abraham Lincoln, preservation of the Union during the Civil War. Together, they were meant to embody America's birth, growth, development, and survival. The scale of Mount Rushmore is staggering. Size. Each head is about 18 meters, 60 feet tall, the size of a 6-story building. Eyes. 3.3 meters, 11 feet, wide. Noses. Over 6 meters, 20 feet, long. Mouths. 5.5 meters, 18 feet, wide. Carving began with dynamite blasts that removed tons of rock. Workers then used pneumatic drills and hand tools to refine the details. Despite the danger, no lives were lost during the project, an astonishing record given the conditions. Construction lasted from 1927 to 1941. Borglum died before completion, and his son Lincoln Borglum carried the project forward. Originally, the design envisioned the presidents carved down to their waists, but funding shortages ended the work at the heads. Even incomplete, the monument remains one of the most recognizable landmarks in the United States. Mount Rushmore is both celebrated and contested. For many, it is a symbol of American democracy, perseverance, and national pride. It attracts nearly 3 million visitors each year and has become a backdrop for political speeches, cultural events, and countless films. Yet for the Lakota Sioux, Mount Rushmore stands on stolen land. To carve the faces of American presidents, some of whom oversaw policies that harmed native peoples, into sacred Black Hills is seen by many as a painful reminder of broken treaties and cultural loss. This duality gives Mount Rushmore its complexity. It is at once a marvel of human engineering and a monument layered with unresolved history. Even today, debates continue. Should the land be returned to the Lakota? Should new monuments be built to honor native heritage nearby? Or should Mount Rushmore stand as it is, a reminder of both achievement and conflict? Like the faces themselves, carved deep into stone, these questions endure. Join us again on Human Odyssey Through Time, where history's most haunting mysteries and people are brought back to life. Mount Rushmore is more than a mountain of faces. It is a story carved in stone of ambition and identity, pride and controversy. But this is only one chapter in humanity's epic journey. If you'd like to explore the Statue of Liberty, another monument that defines a nation, click here. And please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more untold stories of history's greatest mysteries and wonders.